if you come here to listen to anything important, it's not. I'll do a recording later on to do with catch up of the North Horsham Business Association. Meantime, I'm having a play with technology. So I'm just going to do that. I'm going to have a play. Get used to sharing screens and stuff. See what comes up. Right. I should really put some music on, but hang on. You pause. Okay, so if I go live on here, hang on, give me a second. My brain. Okay, so if I go on to YouTube, I can't see it like that. And I put my drink down somewhere and I don't know where it is. Okay, it was on. Actually, it was on that page. I think it was that page. Share screen. There we go. Now, are you right, Spockles? Let's see. Okay, so let's talk about sharing views. So how can I screen share from the phone? Don't know. So if I now click on to go live, I'm now going to go live. I'm going to call this testing. Testing 1, 2, 3. Description. Just testing the old computer stuff. What would this be under? It's not politics, is it? People blogs. Let's do a people blog. I've never done a people blog. All right, this stream is going to start in 3 seconds. Can I show that? Okay. What is it with these people? Bruce Willer's wife make emotional divorce confession. Oh, just leave the poor lad alone. Prime Minister Keir Starmer addresses nation after mass Soviet Robin. Oh, I didn't even know he was with Cat Daly. Jeez. Right. Got completely sidetracked. Let me get a drink. Right. Do you guys go out? Come on. Now there should be a way. Oh, got my drink. Got my drink. Turmeric and orange. Very nice. Just trying to talk aloud my walkthrough. Oh, hang on, what's this up here? Don't know. Hang on. Right, let's just catch up again. So, so I'm being recorded off that one, and I'm being recorded off. Right, let's do that so I can see. Okay. Oh. Can I? We don't need this stuff, do we? Oh no, I can't drag it over. Cannot drag it over the. Okay. Anyway, meanwhile, I was listening to something and I thought, well, I've got to get my head around this stuff. So I'm up here on this camera. I've got my laptop. And I'm also now recording off the. What does share stream mean? Don't know. Add. Oh. Ah. So does that mean I would have to send that link? Oh, I don't know. Share this link with your guests. I don't think I'm able to swap that round. I can't even think how to even begin to do that task. Right. I really would like to listen to this while we are buggering about. Right. The last person to debate Charlie Kirk. Now, what do we think about it? It's brought about a lot of debate. And that's one thing I liked about universities is debating. But this guy, Charlie Kirk, he classed himself, I think, as a right wing. He worked with Donald Trump within. Oh, and he started the other. No, can't think. Oh, how annoying. Just have a bit more of my drink. It's a lot to absorb. It's a lot to kind of get your thinking cogs on. When Charlie Kirk was shot, and I have seen it, I've seen it from different angles because not all platforms are censored, but it gets the information out there and they should be age restricted, which is fine by me. All this stuff about bringing in AI to work out if you're a man, woman, age, algorithms. God, we're in the land of Terminator now, aren't we? the beginning of the end. I've got a funny feeling this is going to turn out as a bit of Independence Day, mind you. Right, so there's this guy. This isn't him. Do you know what? I think I'll go back to the beginning. Listen to it again. Because the guy that was talking to Kirk, Charlie Kirk, when the bullet hit, was this chap. He had front row, traumatizing experience of seeing somebody shot like that within 5 foot, 6 foot away. That must have been some graphic shit. I wouldn't like to have seen it in front of me. And I came across this Channel 5 with Andrew Clegg. Just thinking of Sarah McMillan with her clagginess. So yeah, we're going to watch this. And I'm going to listen to it in the background. And I'm going to do what I need to do. And try and figure out YouTube a bit more.
However, it's unfortunate that we even
Okay, can you hear that?
Yeah,
Okay.
it's a good point about basic necessities being met. Like,
Is that
people
why
can talk
people
a
wear?
tough game about Civil War, but until people are like can't go to 7-Eleven, they're not really going to kill anybody.
Yeah, it's just not going to happen because like you basically have to get to the point where you have more to lose by not doing anything than doing something. Right? That's
up with that microphone.
that's all. That's what it's going to take. You know.
Do you think that events like this will make people more scared to interact with?
First thing that took notice was flags. He's got Black Lives Matter. I don't know what the blue one is. America. That looks like a gay flag. I would assume because of that colour blue, that could be the trans flag. And then you've got, I don't know, what is that? VW Volkswagen? Is it like campers or something? Or is it, what is that flag? I don't know. And he's got a normal settee. And he's got a kid. And this looks like to be in his living room with his blind shut. I'm gonna have to go and get my dog. So yeah, this is the guy.
Their political opposition in a public forum. Sure, I mean obviously, for sure. I was at the there was a protest well, there were two protests, one in Provo, one in Salt Lake. It was the No Kings protest, and I went, and my mom was so scared. She's like, "Do not go. Why are you doing this?" And I was like, "I have people that I care about who are, undocumented. Like this matters to me." And then there was a shooter at Salt Lake, and someone got killed.
In the middle of a No Kings protest that brought thousands of demonstrators downtown. Sudden gunfire stunned everyone.
He fired several shots. The crowd dispersed. I got to cover.
And it's like, how can I really blame my mom? You know?
This was another shooting, wasn't it?
I can't be frustrated at that inclination to be terrified to go outside, to have some sort of discourse. Dan, like sometimes I think
Keep going on about discourse. Isn't that the chat room?
Right near the person who got shot at Salt Lake. I was right near Charlie Kirk, and my high school alma mater, the one that my brother went to, got shot while he was there. Like, it is crazy how many events I'm a part of, and I don't think I'm necessarily an anomaly for that. And that's sort of the point of the video that I was trying to make, was that when you have 6,000 data points of mass shootings that happen in America, you can pick anything that you want out of that. Like that's an overwhelming amount of constant shootings that occur over and over and over and over again. And it's horrific that I was trying to point that out. And Charlie died.
Poor guy, look at him.
Did the gravity of that situation immediately sink in for you?
Yeah, look at his face, mate.
Took a while for sure. I was driving away. My wife and her sister and her mom were on campus and they found us. And they drove away and she turned to me and she said, you know, you're gonna be on every news station tomorrow. And I was like I don't know if I realized it until right then that I was like, no, that was me. That was like, I don't know. Maybe I'm just being paranoid, but I'm like, dude, like, I read too many comments on some video about me that was like, dude, this guy's in on it. He was asking about shootings right when the
I
shooting
have
happened.
no
Like,
idea
let's go
how
get this
loud I
guy.
can take this without it.
I mean, every mass shooting or assassination is like a powder keg for conspiracy theories. Because everyone's paying attention. It's got all the elements that, there's the old Joseph Pulitzer quote that's if it bleeds, it leads. And so everyone wants their own conspiracy. I've seen people blame every single type of person in the world for that.
Totally.
All right, let me tell you why I don't think it was a crazy leftist. Because there was hundreds of people there who had the same exact political views as Charlie Kirk, but they only killed one person. They only killed Charlie. If there was other people, like what you see with like a lot of deranged, like these transgender shooters who've been going around, they kill as many people as physically possible. This guy, whoever he was, had the leverage, the vantage point to take out as many people as he could have. But no, he just took one person. It was a one and done, and that was it. And that's why I don't believe it was someone who was a radical, like just a leftist radical acting upon his own. I think this is a professional job.
Yeah.
There was a tweet
He was
out
a
there,
22-year-old kid.
I'm not sure who tweeted it. I could fact check it real quick. Who was talking about
Ava?
Very designer.
Pushes my buttons.
Really? Bit obvious if you ask me.
I may be showroom fresh from Hughes, but I can hear, you know. I'm a 1400 RPM smart washing machine with
Who
Wi-Fi
are you?
connectivity.
Okay.
Steam technology for
the Israeli government killing Charlie Kirk because he was having some second thoughts or something like that. I think that is a possibility.
Jeffrey Epstein was not a financier. He was not a hedge fund manager. Jeffrey Epstein was a key player in a multi-decade blackmail operation against the most powerful people on the planet.
Along with
Because
Ken Jones
he
and
had the
Tucker
truth.
Carlson
Does
chasing
that go
the
back to
video.
Operation All by any
However,
chance?
Charlie Kirk received quite a bit of money from AIPAC.
Our government's got a
to
list.
support Israel interests in the United States.
I've been to Israel twice. I love Israel. I love Israel, the place. I love Israel as it protects access to biblical archaeology.
So hopefully, and it's not a good thing he's dead. I'm not going to say that, but hopefully he died because he came to a senses and did the right thing and put America's interests above Israel's, not the other way around.
What was the security situation on the ground?
Here's the thing. There was huge pros and cons. Huge pro, a lot of security guards. A lot that were directing me in specific places. But the con is it was fully open. Like anyone could wander in. And also there's rooftop access at UVU, which is like I don't know. I think that the shooter is suspected to be a sniper on one of the roofs. And for some reason, this makes people think that I'm in on it. That I was a mic or I was I don't even know what a mic is. I learned that term two hours ago.
What
when
is
I don't know. I think it's like
Is it like some sort of
I don't know. I kept
slur
saying
for liberal?
no. It was like I was shouting a call, and I said,
Oh, like you had a code word?
yeah, like I had a call.
God, there's been so many. I mean, this white guy and his cat. That's been another conspiracy. Or another theory. It's not conspiracy. It's just another theory.
Right after responding to him, and I think I don't even know why I said great. I know she's like,
It's a high pressure situation.
yeah.
Not counting gang violence.
Well, I was like, maybe it was just like, let me think about it.
It's like being on stage during a talent show.
Yeah.
You think you're gonna kill it, but you don't know what's gonna happen.
Yeah. And it's like I try to be prepared for sure.
Okay,
Like,
why aren't you seeing the screen?
Like, I mean, I knew what I was gonna say next, but whatever.
How do you think we can prevent things like this in the future?
Well, first of all, I'd say that
I'm so confused what even camera
a very
is.
respected leader in our community said
What am I
that
looking at?
conflict is inevitable, but contention is a choice. And we're helping ourselves when we choose to not be offended. So respectful and civil dialogue in social, civic, and religious circles is not just going to help us from the outside in, but from the inside out.
What if you could taste the movies?
We turned that idea into an $11.3 million business with Wix. One movie night, we were craving this chocolate cake that we saw on screen.
And we said, how cool would it be to put on an event where people are able to eat what they see on screen?
Guys,
We're literally cooking like cakes
Scott,
out of the oven and
Ellie,
and running like up and down all night. It was wild.
my dogs.
Seeing how
dogs.
successful it was, that's when we realized that this is a real thing. Now we need a real platform to actually sell tickets on.
Our Wix website is the core of everything this working film. It connects this huge community of movie and food lovers.
Our events are an immersive cinematic dining experience.
Sorry,
and
I
we
really
wanted the website
should.
to capture that magic.
What do you think?
Adverts, they just creep up on you, don't they?
Yeah, I'm always so worried. I'm such a math nerd sometimes. I'm like, well, this
Scott.
is still a statistical outlier.
Scott.
Like,
Oh, you gummy bear.
you know what, again,
You got the
like, I
teeth for
think
that.
everyone always has the answers, but it's also like we have
He had some teeth taken out at the dentist.
violence that we have ever had
Doggy
in the
dentist,
history
obviously.
of Earth
Cost a bloody
right
fortune.
now. We are probably doing something
What?
right.
I did a good
300
job.
years ago,
That was
every country was at war
rat
constantly
teeth.
until like World War II, and we're like, let's freeze this. We gotta just chill the fuck out. And
Nope.
like, whatever, it's not perfect by any means. There's absolutely more work we can be doing. But like, everyone who has all these answers, I mean, Charlie's answer was like, let's bring back up mental asylums. Like, I don't know if that worked in the 1800s. Like, I think you're scrambling to play as much as we are. Like, I don't,
It's,
and I'm not trying to pretend like I have the answers on
no,
how to fix all this.
no, it's not about mental asylums.
Insane people. There was the, I'm sure you know about the stabbing of, that Charlie was talking
Yeah,
about
but
a lot. That was his last tweet.
That was criminality. I
stabbings
mean,
on the,
Jesus Christ, that was
on the way
awful.
down,
I've seen that video as well,
yeah.
and it was
Um,
awful. Just
I
seeing
know, he
her,
should have locked
she bled
him
out.
up, and he went to his
just like
fires. He's like, okay,
Charlie
he's in jail for like
Kirk.
7 years. We just like throw him
She
in
just bled out,
like some of these priors are like he stole something
and nobody helped
locked him
her.
up. Then how do we prepare? Like I don't know if the answer is we should just be okay
Anyway,
with
I'm
knowing
still
that
trying to
there
figure
are
out how
completely antisocial people who walk amongst us and might lash out at me.
antisocial.
But I don't know what we should be doing about that.
Antisocial in England is currently basically just the kids wanting to do donut rings and all that shit on a race in their cars. And in America,
I don't know. I haven't seen a compelling answer.
I mean, one thing that I've heard is like more readily available psychiatric services,
Sure,
gun reform,
sure,
mass
of course.
buybacks.
Yeah. I'm in favor of all of those things, but I also know in my ideal world, right? All of the policies, I'm sure that a stabbing could happen. Like maybe that's just the world that we have to live in. But
No,
also that's
no.
like an extremely that doesn't sound like the right answer either. So I don't know. I think I get frustrated.
guys, can you stop? Can you stop tap dancing,
As in, like,
please?
I have the solution.
Just calm down.
Yeah, I watched it like in a movie recently. I just really like
Thank
that.
you.
Sin of Certainty.
That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was Conclave. Pretty good movie.
Oh,
Yeah.
Nuts.
Oh, yeah, I really,
Right, where are we up to?
and like, whatever. I respect a lot of Charlie. I'm so sad. He was a very certain person, and I disagree with that. I think that we can move forward a little bit more uncertain.
I think we should have less gun laws, not more. I know people disagree with this. I even think that we should bring back, public executions on certain people.
Ugh.
But think about it. I think that, and you guys should laugh, it should be public, you should be quick, you should be televised. By the way, you could force the government to watch it.
There's a certain point of that last bit you said I agree.
I definitely
And
saw a lot of
televised.
his, enemies,
Just to show that it was appropriately done and there was no abuse. Just like
which I think
they
in
put
theory sounds
cameras in
cool.
these
But I
cattle
think we
sheds
have
and
more than 8 million
slaughterhouses.
Americans. I think we have more than 400 million guns already in civilian hands.
What the
So this whole
fuck
idea
is
of
that?
reforming that, guns are here to stay. And there's
That's not a
counties and
gun.
states that are always going to have guns available at gun shows.
That ain't a
pawn shops.
gun. Hang on,
We
just
have
go.
380
What
million
the
Americans. I think we
fuck
have
are that?
more than 400
Jeez.
million guns already in civilian hands. So this whole idea of even reforming that, guns are here to stay. And there's counties and states that are always going to have guns available at gun
Yeah, but you're not.
shows
You got.
and pawn
Sorry, but
shops and gas
I think if you
stations
want
and Walmarts
to play
and
with
flea
guns,
markets,
you got to
and
join
that's
the
just
army.
truth. You can't walk back something that's so deeply embedded into our culture.
Right.
So that's a very sin of certainty thing where it's like, oh, there's a big shooting, gun reform, let's advocate for it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
The guns
The
are already here.
why is he
Right.
doing that with
It's
his
like-
child? What?
As much as I love to talk about mandatory buyback,
We have 380 million Americans. I think we
Fuck.
have more than 400 million
Yeah.
guns already in civilian hands. So this whole idea of even reforming that, guns are here to stay. And there's counties and states that are always going to have guns available at gun shows and pawn shops and gas stations and Walmarts and flea markets. And it's just the
Flea-
truth. And
flea
you
markets,
can't
we
walk
get
back
old stuff
something
here.
that's so deeply embedded into our culture.
Right.
So that's a
Yeah.
very sin of certainty thing where it's like, oh, there's a big shooting, gun reform, let's advocate for it. It's like, what?
Yeah.
The guns are already here.
What by his dick?
As much as I love to talk about mandatory buybacks, I think that sounds really good and it works for a lot of countries. But also, it's like, dude, have you met some of these Americans? Like,
Yeah.
you are asking for a Waco, Texas in every county in America.
Totally.
Like,
Don't start your day with a gross piece of plastic.
Right, finish. Watch that advert. I'll be right back.
1 billion plastic toothbrushes that get thrown away each year. Here's a much better way to start your day. Begin your morning with a series of award-winning aluminium design, plant-based heads, a dentist-approved deep sonic clean, and a battery that goes 40 days between charges.
Right, let's skip.
See,
Where
with our
were we?
ARs, we're citizens. Without them, we'll be slaves. They're not assault weapons. They're sporting weapons. It's
Headphones.
necessary to protect my family from tyrannical government.
Why do you think there are so many mass shootings?
Because that's what's on the agenda for the left.
I don't know. Not like I have a better answer, right? Like, I do think that having more guns than Americans in America is probably going to be, we're going to be a little bit more prone to gun violence and mass shootings. And that's terrifying. But also, I don't know what the answer is. And, like, I think that people just have these easy answers without thinking of the like, larger implication. Like, for example, someone said recently, like, I was talking to this guy, this really good friend of mine. I don't want to shit talk him too hard, but he was like, yeah, the answer is pretty simple. Just like, don't give guns to mentally unwell people. And I'm like, okay, gotcha. If someone has a gun, then they're not going to seek psychiatric help because the moment they get diagnosed with anything, they'll take away their
No,
guns.
no, 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 no. That's
So
not how it
you're
works.
discouraging
No, 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 no.
people from seeking help. And he was like, well, that's not
But
what I meant. I'm like, I know that's not what you meant. Right?
That
Like,
shouldn't
I
be
get
how
that.
it
But also,
works. If you are working within a job and you are trained and you, I think it's been known in this country, if you are going through divorce, depends what sort of job you've got, the responsibility you've got, and the best mind space to be appropriate with a gun job. They are freaking out because of all these different changes. So, how can I put this? If you are suffering or in a period of mental health illness, disease, whatever you, well-being, mental health well-being, if you are in a moment of a psychosis or any of what is been diagnosed on your health, it's normally because you forgot to take tablets or you are going through such a high stress experience in your life. Or in this case, I don't know, he was angry, wasn't he, the guy that killed him? I mean, I can understand the fear that is being spoken about here. I do, but it's not that. It's not that.
These things are hard, and I don't know what the answer is.
I don't
There's
either.
a big problem too, where everybody wants to be right, especially when you have reactionaries and
Everyone wants to be
commentators and
right.
ideologues
Do
with
they
their own
though?
social media platforms, and so they're rushing to have the hottest take. And I saw a social media platform whenever I dropped the Hunter Biden interview. It was just like conservative media, including Charlie Kirk and the president of El Salvador and Bill O'Reilly and all these people that seemed like larger than life
Okay,
at the
so
time.
we've
They're
got.
moving in lockstep. Like one person sets the narrative, like he's using the F word a bunch and he's talking about crack, and they all follow that thing.
Totally.
And I saw it happen so fast with Charlie, and it just felt so selfish to me as a news consumer. I'm just like, why is everyone rushing to like announce this as fast as possible and figure out how to make this situation serve their agenda? And I took a great course in college called the Sociology of Disaster, and a similar thing happens during natural disasters. Katrina, Hurricane Helene. When something bad happens, different political agendas latch on to certain details of it, and they use it to run their own little mini news cycle. And I feel like you'll kind of be able to cut through that for people because you're just a guy who was there.
I don't think
And
I
so-
need you on
Are you doing okay? I don't know.
because my
I remember
camera.
thinking walking away from
Okay,
that,
let's
like,
try
dude,
this.
that's a memory that I'm never going to forget. That happened 10 seconds ago. Like, I remember thinking that walking away. I'm like, that's a thing that I cannot forget. And it's a very weirdly like prescient thing to be thinking about as I'm trying to find my wife in the crowd of people. But like, I was thinking that, and it was hard. Like, I was definitely trying to, like, I was keeping it in, and we got a call from the hospital that we had to go see my daughter like 2 seconds after we were sitting in traffic as everyone was piled in. It's like, oh, now we got to go to the hospital, and I get there and I misread the charts and I think that she's doing a lot poorly than she is, and I'm like, I like break down in the hospital. I'm like, that is, I don't think that I can handle today. Like, I feel like an emotionally put together person, but like, I don't.
Okay, it's not giving me the option to take it through that
this is
phone.
a thing that anyone could do. And then the nurse is like, oh, that's
Camera.
not what that is. And I'm like, oh, okay, she's fine.
Oh
Like,
boy.
but like, I definitely feel the
Okay,
preciousness of life.
I'm gonna stop this one.
Pitch due tomorrow? No
And,
idea yet.
One idea, zero time, LTX Studio builds it with you. Develop your story with the help of our AI assistant. Or
If
stick to your
I
script. Cast an actor from a previous job,
hide
or create a new
on
one.
screen.
Refine the scenes, then bring your storyboard to life. From nothing to full concept, together, fast. Build, pitch, win with LTX Studio.
Just like one person
I can't do it.
with a bad idea, and your existence is
Let's try
laid
again.
out. And it's a lot to feel, and I felt it particularly strongly today.
Do you think a lot of things that Charlie has said would have created the desire for someone to want to kill him?
Still good.
Of course, I can understand being frustrated with Charlie Kirk. I am all the time.
So
I
to get
think that
you
he spreads harmful.
onto
He spread harmful rhetoric. I don't know if I'm gonna shy away from that. My record is pretty clear on that.
I can't
I
do
do
it.
believe in the same things that he believed in a very narrow context, which is, I think that having conversations is the best path forward. Genuinely, like, I don't know why we gave up on this idea. Like, I think people notice that debates, they're not just like gonna change their mind as soon as the debate ends. I'm like, okay, but I do believe like 1,000 straws on a camel's back. Like,
Sorry?
at some point, if they hear enough conversations and things that influence them, they will get pulled in a direction. I used to be extremely conservative.
For real?
Yeah. I grew up Mormon. I grew up in I didn't grow up in Utah. I grew up in California, actually.
Mormon,
grew up
another
in LA,
religion.
But I moved here because I really believed in the Mormon Church, and then I just kind of strayed away from it. But I was a hardcore Romney fan.
Settings
A
video.
Mormon, yes.
And he's a chill kind.
There's a loyal following here, and I was for sure part of that. And then I was like, let me see if there's any other ideas. And I was like,
So if I
and I
write
saw this
hello.
article that was like a response to Ben Shapiro's attacks on transgender people, and it was like, here, whatever, like it detailed a lot of these thoughts. I'm like, I didn't know that.
Oh,
I genuinely thought they looked down and they went, oh, that's not a penis, that's a vagina, and then like had that psychosis in their head and then move forward with their lives. And like that's
What?
genuinely what I thought. I'm like, well, if that's the case, these people are psychotic, and maybe they should be in mental.
Can I just go back
There's
one?
there's a loyal following here, and I was for sure part of that. And then I was like, let me see if there's any other ideas. And I was like, and I saw this article that was like a response to Ben Shapiro's attacks on transgender people, and it was like, here, whatever, like it detailed a lot of these thoughts. I'm like, I didn't know that. I genuinely thought they looked down and they went, oh, that's not a penis, that's a vagina, and then like had that psychosis in their head and then move forward with their lives. And like that's genuinely what I thought. I'm like, well, if that's the case,
Really psychosis work like that.
psychotic, and maybe they should be in mental hospitals. And then I was like, oh, that's actually not how they interact in the world with the world at all. They're actually pretty coherent thoughts and make a lot of sense. And I just needed to hear their perspective. And as soon as I heard it, I'm like,
Get to
that's
know them.
confusing for me, maybe, but like
Be friends.
way more reasonable than I thought it would be. And like,
You know, you're always
I don't know,
boy.
I
Right.
remember a lot of those trickle
So
points
how
where
am I going to
started
get that?
shifting more left.
There's no settings on here,
I
is there?
do believe that people can go on
I
the
don't
journey that
stop
I
this
went
one
on,
because
and Charlie did too, just in the opposite direction. And
I can't just give up. I've got to figure this
respect-
out.
I
Right,
respect
hide,
Alan
hide
that.
live video. What does that
really-
mean? Oh, what does that mean?
I mean, that was his goal.
Yeah, I mean, I kind of always thought it's good to have conversations, but for some of the college campus content, I feel like they were just pulling up to
I hear that.
dunk on a bunch of kids.
I'm not
This
trying to
guy-
disagree with
this guy
that.
had their first social justice theory class, so he
Exactly.
can be like,
I 100%
Create
hear you. And like,
highlight.
how much fentanyl was in George Floyd's blood when he died?
100%.
Create
100%.
highlight.
Like, yes, there is for sure. I was very critical of the fact that he would just debate
What?
college kids who were freshmen
Yeah.
and 19. Like, come on, there are better competent things out here. I don't know if I told you this. I was booked to be on Jubilee to debate him, Charlie Kirk, in 2 weeks from today. And
Again,
I want to make sure that it's clear that I disagree with him, but also, holy shit, that's a person.
he should
And I don't know, like,
he should run for
No, I
government,
hear you.
shouldn't
I
he?
think that this
He's
came
got
across right there.
experience.
okay,
So remember, you didn't get to do Jubilee. I just did 20v1.
you were the one?
Yeah.
Oh,
It was like me versus 20 conspiracy theorists, and I don't know if they thought I was. I don't know if it's going to
Fire.
come out because I think they thought I was some kind of like misinformation watchdog. So they got me with all these like alien
You're like,
conspiracy
I
theorists.
guess.
I was like, sounds tech. And they pulled me aside and they were like, you need to push back. I was like, why?
It's still not you.
Yeah. They're like, can you just offer some counterpoints? I'm like, bro, I want the Earth to be flat. It sounds better. You know, that means God's real. There's a firmament. You know. So I really don't think it's ever gonna come out.
It's so
I
funny.
was just vibing with everyone. By the end, I was
Was
like,
this
talking.
pretty recent?
It was
I
like
really
a
do
month
feel
ago.
for that guy what
I
he's
don't know how
saying.
long their editing process is.
Jeez.
But they were pissed at me by the end.
It's so funny. I had some people. Yeah, I knew some. Yeah, it was about a month. Well, I think I knew someone was on Jubilee, and they were saying that like they got emails about when it would come out, and if you haven't gotten that, it's probably
Hello.
not coming out
Oh,
soon.
really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I guess we'll see, dude. Well,
we'll find out.
I think you did a great job, man. Thanks for
Testing,
the interview.
testing.
Yeah, absolutely.
Does-
Shout out to God and shout out to you guys.
Does it
man.
sound
Thank you for
okay?
the interview. Appreciate you guys for your time. Our show's called Channel 5 if you want to check it out. Yeah, have a good one, y'all. Thank you.
Actually, that was quite a good little.
That 22-year-old Tyler Robinson
That's quite a good little
from
debate.
Washington
Actually, that was
County,
quite a good
Utah, is
interview.
now under arrest in the Utah County Jail for the assassination of Charlie Kirk.
Not knowing what's going on in my business. That's what keeps me up at night. The fact that
Let's see who he was. That's who he was. Channel 5 with Andrew Callahan. Callahan. Bloody hell, 3.25 million. Oh, but Channel 5 YouTube. 3.29 million. Wow, 259 videos. What else have they done on here? I'm totally getting side. Hunter been into. Gathering of the hobos. Just.
Good morning, Iowa. It's great to be back here in the heart of America's cornfields. I'm here right now to cover a major event, the 123rd Annual National Hobo Convention, aka Hobo Days, where hundreds of hobos from around the country gather to talk about all things hobo related. How long do you see yourself doing this for?
Till I die. I am the captain of a singing ship. When I first started out in 1970, we could build fires right in the rail yard.
We're seeing a lot more influx of young riders.
The kids today use a lot of drugs, they drink a lot.
Traveling kids live like in dog years also. Like, I think you meet the best people out there, but then you also meet the worst. People try to buy my girlfriend off me all the time, and I'm like, motherfucker.
They sort of invented their own culture.
Expanging, busking, flying signs. Those are all like ways we consider making money. Expanging's just like spare changing, you know? Flying signs like holding cardboard, busking's playing music.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Backspace just straight up asking for like what you want, like, hey, buy me a burger or something. Yeah.
Most people see train tracks and think, get off there, you might get hit by a train. But there's also people in this world that see train tracks and think to themselves, that is what fucking freedom looks like.
Freedom, I guess. I'm not a slave to the system.
They get up and go when they want to. They work when they want to. They rest when they want to. They travel to all these great places all over the United States.
Those people are called hobos.
It derives from the
Oh, really?
way back in the day. They used to have a hole in the shoulder with a knapsack, and they dug ditches. They used to be called hoboys. To where it's at modern day, we're still hoboys. We're just heading out with better opportunity, traveling workers.
I know that many people out there think that hobo is just a slur used to describe a homeless person.
they
Not
got
the case. A hobo hops on a train to look for work, day jobs, a handyman with a stick and bindle and a heart full of adventure.
Yeah, I do a lot of seasonal work. Like, I'm about to do beats. Spent a lot of time out west doing the pot farms.
Tree work, sawman, rope man, disaster area stuff.
Landscaping, painting, carpentry, most dirty jobs that people don't want to do. I will clean up gutters. There's several different ways to survive. Someone bought
Absolutely.
my fingernails and toenail clippings once for $20. Where was that at? It's in California. A lot of fucking weirdos out there.
As you know, I'm something of a road man myself, so I have a major affinity for hobos, and so like many times before, I decided not to drive to Iowa, but instead to hit the side of the interstate ramp in the hopes of hitching a lift.
These are all men, aren't they? They're all safe. I travelled to Australia when the backpack killer was still about. Okay. I want to try something really bizarre now. Let's share. Bear with me. What's the point of that? But I can see chat, which is what I want. So if that is the camera, I'm not moving. Time lag. Okay, so we've got time lag going on. I am so sorry if you can hear both. that's sounded off. So there shouldn't be any feedback from the other screen. I just want to share chat. How do I do that? Yeah, reactions, definitely reactions. Participants, what does that mean? Me, yeah, because I'm in the room. I'm in the room. So what's so this one? God, look at that time lag. So if I pause this and write in that. Oh, okay. Oh my God. Do I still need this screen? Yes, I do, because of the chat. Is there any way I can get rid of full screen? Autoplay is off. Is there any way I can just moderation activity? What is moderation activity? Pop out chat. Oh, what is that? Oh. And then I screen share the new window, which is that one. Have I done it? So yes. Okay. And if I do that, oh, but it goes, so I can't minimize it. So do not minimize. Right. God, I can't remember how to do that. Oh. So what if I yeah, that one. Which means I need to open up. Can I open that one up? Let's open that up more. Oh, what if I do that? Ah, right. So how do I get you? How do I get rid of? Right. So that's there. Ah, look at that. I can put that there. So no way. So I have to get this all set up while live. Can I still write in this box? Hiya. No, it doesn't come up. Did it come up on that one? Hiya 2. Nope. Okay, this has took me 47 minutes to work this out. So I need that on to bring this screen up. I need that on to bring that screen up. That's on, the volume is down on that one. And I don't know how loud I can take this. Is that louder? I don't know if it distorts if I turn that up. I don't know if there's... That's why I need an earpiece. I got one. So I need to fix up the oh, come on, what's it called? Bluetooth. I need to sort out the Bluetooth with that. I should be writing this down. So how do I monitor that one? Okay. Oh, right. Turn out the light. So I need... Yeah, because I took the chat off, didn't I? Around probably 5 o'clock, actually. If I start setting this up about 4:15, get that all ready and set up. I think that's the way to do it. Because you are on here. Oh my God. No. So I only need that camera for the live chat. And yet that live chat is not... Doesn't make sense. Right, so what's happening on this? Right, if I stop this, will it stop? Okay, that's that. Okay, so this is now. Right, so if I now stop this stream, is that going to go blank? Right, I'm stopping this one.